Welcome to episode number 4 of Flat Mr. Sheiner. We're here in historic Sleepy Hollow, New York, home of the legendary Headless Horseman and Ichabod Crane. We're going to learn today about how Halloween started and all the fun facts about this very special holiday. We're going to walk around Sleepy Hollow and other spooky sites around New York and New Jersey to find out this information. Let's go. Before we talk about Halloween, we had to stop here, which is a famous site and statue that honors John Spaulding. John Spaulding was a Revolutionary War hero who captured Major Andre, who was a famous British spy during the Revolutionary War. Major Andre plotted with famous traitor Benedict Arnold to defeat George Washington and crush the Patriots. Major Andre was captured and then subsequently hung a few miles from here, and legend has it that his ghost still haunts Tarrytown, New York and Sleepy Hollow. We're going to take a little view up of the statue that is erected here in 1880 to commemorate the 100-year anniversary of the capture of Major Andre. We're here in front of the statue, and this engraving depicts the capture of Major John Andre. The three Revolutionary War heroes, David Williams, Isaac Van Wart, and John Spaulding, are all depicted here grabbing John Andre before he can get information to defeat George Washington. Once again, his ghost is supposed to haunt Sleepy Hollow and Tarrytown, New York. Let's walk around and find some other spots. It's nighttime here, and we left Sleepy Hollow, more like Creepy Hollow, and we're at the site on where John Andre was hung in Tappan, New York. I am so afraid. Well, we're here at the gallows pole that hung Major John Andre, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about Halloween and get the heck out of here. The celebration of Halloween was originally limited in colonial New England because of the rigid Protestant belief systems there. Halloween was much more common in southern states like Maryland when it came to this country. As the beliefs and customs of different European ethnic groups and the American Indians meshed, a distinctly American version of Halloween began to emerge. The first celebrations included play parties, which were public events that held to celebrate the harvest. Neighbors would have shared stories to tell each other their fortunes, and they danced and sang. Did you hear that? Whoa. Ooh. Oh, it's the Headless Horseman. Ooh. You want a fun fact about Halloween, Headless Horseman? Ooh. All right. Nowadays, more millennials are buying costumes for their pets. That's up from 20% in 2018. Woo! I know that's a crazy fact. I got another one. About a quarter of all the candy bought in this country is bought on Halloween. Woo! Well, the ancient origin of Halloween dates back to the Celtic festivals called Samhain. That was about 2,000 years ago in what is now Ireland and England. Samhain was a day before All Saints' Day that marked the rising of ghosts and the end of the fall period where the weather would turn and get cold and eerie. Ooh. All right, let's walk around and talk about some other spooky stuff. Well, we took the drive from Tappan, New York, and where Major John Andre was hung, to Alpine, New Jersey, only about 3 miles from Bergenfield, New Jersey. We're in front of the famous Devil's Tower. Woo! Well, the Devil's Tower is a place where a young woman about 150 years ago killed herself because she thought her husband was canoodling with another person. Let's not get into that. But this is a famous location in New Jersey and one of the creepiest and scary places in New Jersey. It is told that the woman still haunts the tower and everyone here in Bergen County and the Alpine Tenafly area. Let's take a closer look. Well, Headless Horseman, we got a closer look at the Devil's Tower, and it certainly is frightening. Woo! That's not funny, Headless Horseman. Woo! What? That isn't you? You mean it's the ghost of the girl? Woo! Let's get out of here and get back to my house. Woo! Well, Headless Horseman, I'm glad we're back home. That certainly was scary up at the Devil's Tower and walking around Sleepy Hollow in Japan where Major Andre was hung. Woo! Hey, Headless Horseman, are you really going to eat all that candy? Woo! Well, I don't think you should. To my students, don't lose your head like the Headless Horseman and eat too much candy on Halloween. I think, Headless Horseman, you and I, before we eat all this candy, need to dance it out.
I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. For my monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise, he did the monster mash.
Well, Headless Horseman, we hope everyone enjoyed episode number 4 of Flat Mr. Sheiner. Woo! And I hope you and everyone watching have a very safe and happy and healthy Halloween. Please, everyone, be safe. Woo! See you next time on Flat Mr. Sheiner.